Hey, g'day guys. Hey, if you watched my last vid, I mentioned that I'm going to go full-time trading in as of July 1st, and I'm sort of preparing myself for that now, getting into some routines and working out what I'm going to be doing every day. Now, you may or may not know, I did a video back in, I think it was about October last year, where I spoke about the last time I went full-time trading. And that was, can't remember exactly, it was probably late 90s, early 2000, around that time. The tech boom was on, and I was a full-time trader, basically using technical analysis back then. So I've changed 180 degrees on that now. I use very little technical. I'm pretty much a fundamental trader now. But anyway, back then I did go full-time, and I spoke about what it did to me financially and also mentally back then. It took its toll on both fronts. And I made a case in that video that I did back in October about why you shouldn't be a full-time trader. And here I am now saying I'm going to do it again. But back in that vid in October, the 3 points I made was that it was unnecessary. You don't need to be a full-time trader. It was just pretty much a waste of time. Unproductive, which I guess is similar. There's better things you can be doing with your time. And the third one, which is probably the most important thing from my point of view, was it was unhealthy. It mentally took its toll on me. Being a lone trader, looking at a screen all day, it really messed with my mind, and sent me to some dark places that I don't want to go back to. Anyway, so now, looking at being a full-time trader again, I had to sit down and work out what's going to be different this time, because that person I become back in the early 2000s, I don't want to be them again. So I've got to do things differently. If I want to do this properly, I've got to do it differently. So I sat down just the other day and worked out what's different now than in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. What has changed, and why will I be successful this time when I wasn't last time? Now, there's a few things that I've jotted down, and I don't know if this is going to come off as me sounding a bit conceited or not, but it really is the truth from my point of view of how I've changed in that time. And some of it is mental and psychological, and some of it is material. Now, the first one is I'm stronger financially. I just have more resources this time. When I was trading back in the late 90s, we didn't have a lot. My wife and I just got together because we met in 98 and I was trading in 99. And when I say trading, I'd quit my job and I was just full-time trying to make money trading the market. And we didn't have a lot. I honestly can't remember, but I would think it was less than $10,000. And I was trying to make a living, and not only make a living, but pay off a mortgage and feed ourselves. It was really pressure at the time. So right now we're in a much better financial position than we were back then. So that just helps me feel more relaxed taking on trading now. The second thing that's different now is I definitely have a different relationship with money. And that's something I've spoken about on other videos. And it really is what I call, you got to have a respect for money, but you also have to be indifferent. So a respectful indifference to money. So it's a necessary resource in life to exchange for things that you want and need. But you really have to put it in perspective against other things in life, and that's I think I have a better perspective on money now and a better relationship with it. So I mean, maybe that comes from having more of it. You don't stress so much about losing if you've got more, and that is the truth. So that's something that has changed, definitely. And, in the last, nearly 20 years since I was trading last time, probably more so in the last 5 or 6 years, it really has changed a lot with me. And like I said, that is, I guess, a benefit of just having more money and having more resources. You don't place as high value on them. Still be respectful, but you're more indifferent to money. Number three, I'm definitely more relaxed. And again, that may be from having more money, but in most aspects of my life now, I'm far more relaxed. I feel far more confident in my own ability to do most things. Trading being one of them, just to make money. I feel a lot more comfortable as a father now, as a husband, and just a lot more comfortable in my skin now than what I was 20 years ago. And I think that will definitely help my trading as well. Just being comfortable, relaxed, and I don't know what the word is for it. I guess I'm a little more blasé about things. Nothing really stresses me now, where that wasn't the case 20 years ago. I was a stress head. The next one, which I guess is number 4, the thing that's different this time, and what I know I did wrong last time, is I shut myself off from the world last time. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to anybody. It was me and the market from when it opened to almost when I went to bed. I was obsessed with it. So one thing I'm going to do very differently this time is I'm going to be more open to people. And what has changed, I guess, since I was doing it in the late 90s, I now have this channel and my Facebook page and social media where I can actually talk to people and have some connection even through the screen. It's definitely a different feeling that I'm not alone when I'm trading now. And also making sure I just get out of the house, because last time I did this, I definitely become, I think it's called agoraphobic, where you don't want to leave the house. And so I didn't leave the house pretty much. I hardly left the house in a couple of years. Oops. And it definitely affected me mentally. So this time I'm really, really aware that getting social contact, the social media is great, but also personal contact with people is something I think we all need. We all need it in life. I think people just need people around you. And look, I regard myself pretty much as an introvert and a loner. I'm very comfortable being on my own. Having said that, though, I still need to have human interaction and time away from the market as well, other interests beside the market, which I do. I love my footy, as you know. I love my baseball, and I've got my little dog who's over there. I walk him every day, and I've got the kids now. Obviously they're at school, but they're growing up, and I have a much better relationship as they get older as well. You can relate to them more on the level. And as I said, I have a good relationship with my wife, though she's out, she works during the days, so I will be here by myself. But I feel more confident that I can take care of the mental side of things, and I just know I have to remain aware of that, because there are certain things and that I remember the way I was, and there's certain moments where I know now I'm just going to have to walk away and do something else and go visit someone, or even go to the shop and have a coffee and watch the world go by. There is better than sitting at home. So look, that's a few things that I know 20 years on I'm going to be better at, but it's still going to be a challenge. I'm still, as much as I've traded all my life pretty much, on and off, I'm still not 100% confident that I can do this to the point where I can make a wage. So as I've said, I'm going to give it 50 working days, and then I'm going to reassess. Realistically, I want this to be a longer term thing than that. I'd love this to be the rest of my life because I love the market, I love watching it, and I love trading it. But I'm not gonna kid myself if this isn't working. So I really have to be honest with myself, and hopefully I can do that. But anyway, that's I just felt like sitting here and blurting out a bit of a video today. Nothing scripted as usual. But that's just in preparation for this, for the trading. I'm talking like it's some massive, like I'm risking my life or something, but it's nothing as catastrophic as that. It's all good, really. I'm looking forward to it. Like, this is my dream life, really. If I could do anything, I would watch the market all day because that's what I love, So it's all good, no complaints. Just gotta make sure I'm ready for it and learn from previous mistakes. Okay, guys, I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.